If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies.
men,
Topic.
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
Multiple talking women is for you.
hit it! Hey ho, welcome back to Multiple Talking Women. I am the producer, Paula Gherkin, and we're here with the hosts.
I'm Felicity Bramblebush, so pleased to be here.
And I'm Lana Brown.
Wow, it's a lot of energy today.
Always.
And
Wearing a new gown from Fashion Q from the Burbank Mall.
I mean, you are dressed to go to, I don't know, a car show.
a club. Oh
in
yeah, you'd be showing a
1985,
Porsche or something, maybe.
Something like
Thank you. The Fashion Q sale
not a
rack
compliment.
did me good.
Not a compliment.
Fashion Q.
It's too much for this, honestly, but we'll talk about it later because we have a.
Hold on just a second. I'm just thinking about Fashion Q. I love that place. I love that place. And here's, I'm sorry.
I think
know,
it's just women. We haven't even introduced
I
you
know
yet.
this is the craziest part, but when I hear somebody talking about Fashion Q, I am like a 2-year-old at a pool who doesn't know how to swim. I got to jump in. Because
And just wait for someone to jump in after you.
I hope someone, because I did a little time as an Olympic diver. Can't swim a lick, but I would jump in, somebody would pull me out of there. I'm a beautiful diver.
Who
just
told
can't
you?
swim a
Wait,
lick.
the Olympic diver? Did you just call yourself that, or did
No, I would sneak in. Not
To the
sneak in,
Olympics?
to the Olympics. I would dive. Seriously, cannot swim literally to save my life. And then they would have a guy haul me out of there every time. But like I would get really high scores.
But
on
they
the
let you go
dives.
because they said, man,
You
this
got
man
to see
is
this
beautiful.
guy dive. You got to see this guy dive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gary Anthony Williams? Everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome.
Disney star and Olympic diver.
I am. I
He's
hate
so
to
many
toot my
things.
own horn. I hate to toot it, but nobody's going to toot it for me. Like my father said, son, it's your horn. You blow that thing and take your shoes off in the house.
Yeah, don't bring in don't bring in the outdoors.
Don't bring the outdoors.
Do a
in.
little,
agree with that.
do a little tooting of your horn because I just want to hear a list.
Because
Of,
I'm going to be honest. He says he doesn't want to toot his own horn, but he is just grinning and he's so
I
happy.
can't wait to tell everybody everything I'm about.
I want to hear it.
I
But
mean,
that's a great lesson for us, though.
Yeah.
Learn how to toot yourself.
yes.
and there's a what is it, an anagram? What do they call it? LHTTY. Learn how to toot yourself.
LHTTY. LHTTY.
Learn how to toot
Learns
yourself.
how to toot yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Felicity.
What am I not doing right now? Oh, hello, America. First of all, I drove my car without using my hands today, which was fascinating.
Ooh, you got a Tesla?
I do. I have an older Tesla.
Sure.
But for 1 month, they're going to let you use all of the hands-free driving for nothing.
Is that real?
Yes.
Why?
So just for the H of it.
And choose your month.
No, just this month.
Just this
April.
month.
For April. It could be a horrible April Fool's joke
It
to make
sounds
everybody who
like.
drive into the back of a truck.
Sounds like that Elon Musk sense of humor.
I drove my black ass from M Street Coffee all the way to my house. And I was like, be careful, Tesla. Somebody's in the crosswalk. And it was like, I got you, Gare Bear. And there we were driving home.
Was it a lot of footwork?
No footwork. You put one finger on the steering wheel and you close your eyes and you dream.
Oh.
Also, we need to give M Street Coffee a shout out because what a great coffee.
I tell you, M Street Coffee and Dress Q.
Yeah, Fashion Q.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you, that's a women's why are you going to Fashion Q?
Because
it's women's.
Because first of all, when I saw Q, it's like, oh, that's standing in line. I love standing in line. I love waiting on things. I love to stand in a
QUE,
queue.
like a
British
right?
queue.
And then I got there and I saw all these reasonably priced objects that were eye-catching, and I was like,
Yeah.
why not stand in
What are a
line?
couple things you picked up at Fashion Q?
I got, I don't know what they call them now. They used to call them scarves. I got 2 scarves.
I think that's what they still call them.
Oh, do they really? And then a long, it's also a scarf. I call it a neck handkerchief, but also another scarf. So I got 2 scarves, a neck handkerchief, and then.
So you got 3 scarves.
I guess I did. I guess I did now.
Well, it's too bad. It's springtime and summer's now here.
Yeah, and I do keep a hot neck in the
Yeah,
summer
your neck
too.
needs to breathe.
Yeah.
So
Well, back to tooting. A Tesla toots, first of all. Doesn't a Tesla toot?
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
too. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
for such a fancy modern car, the Tesla horn is very old. Like honk honk.
Yeah.
You'd think it would be like
But isn't that what's fun about it? Is you go, hey, this is a future car, but it has a
It gives you a
old-timey
little
honk.
throwback, like to
full
the
of
caveman
surprises.
days driving around.
So
Yeah, that's how the cavemen did
Back
it.
to you.
Yeah.
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 What's going on?
Oh,
Listen,
my.
I'll tell you what I've been told not to do.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah.
But I have to.
Oh, please.
Because I got in trouble last week. We had a meeting for the
Uh-oh.
podcast.
Sorry, I
I'd
got
love
to drink some LaCroix.
Great.
Go on.
Thank goodness you have that
Delicious.
strong middle finger now.
It holds up the bottom. Well, his
Beautiful.
right hand,
He has very graceful hands.
he's got a weak right hand.
should
he
be
needs
a
help.
hand
He
model.
needs to help it.
Oh, every country went to make this can of LaCroix.
Every country?
Every country.
Oh.
That sounds like me.
Are you auditioning slogans for LaCroix?
Oh, no, not at all.
And are you a person that says LaCroix or LaCroix?
Let me just say this. Oh, boy, I need a LaCroix.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that tells us. All right,
oh.
here we go.
Yeah.
I got in trouble because I'll tell you what I like, and I don't know what human doesn't. I like things in order.
Oh.
I like things from the
Yep.
beginning to the end.
Yep.
And I was told, hey, that might be boring for a podcast. We don't need things to be in order. But here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know from birth
Yeah.
to now,
Yeah.
everything you've been doing in order. And that's what I'm being told is not, apparently listeners don't like that. And I don't know what to think about
I
that.
need the order in my life, so I
Yeah.
do appreciate
Okay.
that. Well, from birth,
Yeah, start with birth.
I came
What do you
out-
recall?
I remember looking around at a lot of black people in my house because I had 6 sisters and 2 brothers, and they were just all looking at
Are you
me.
the baby?
Really? That's
I was next to the baby, so at
Okay.
that time I had 5 sisters and 2 brothers.
Got it.
And they just look at you. And then I remember slopping hogs and raising chickens.
Yeah, you were on a farm?
Not a farm. We just had a little plot of
Okay.
land
Okay.
where we had these hogs. The slaughter days were something.
Oh.
And then no, it's not as negative as you think.
really
Not for the people.
Oh.
Not for the people. It's not.
Not for the people, but for the. Is this part of why you're vegan today? Did you
Yeah.
see too much?
100%. That's why I'm vegan today. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And when did you start being vegan?
Back in the year 1987, I was
that's a
became
long-
Wow,
vegetarian.
you're early
Ooh,
adopter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegetarian 87, vegan, full vegan 96.
Wow.
Like no honey. I wouldn't even look at anyone who smells meatish.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you smell meatish, I won't look at you.
Do you know what? There was a recent study that the cavemen, who everyone always talks about, is meat eaters. No, they were primarily herbivores
Oh,
and
was it
mushrooms,
really?
Nuts
Yeah.
and
nuts and berries.
Here's the thing. I think back here. I don't know a lot about history, and I don't know a lot about, the cavemen. I think meat was only for tough times. It's winter. There's nothing else. We gotta we gotta hang this meat up to dry it out, and
Yeah.
this is what we have to survive. And now we're like, let's have it every day.
I told one license I've been here. I don't mind if people eat meat. I enjoy seeing people.
That's the
eat
only
meat.
lie you've told.
You enjoy
That's the only
it?
lie I enjoy. If you right now had a sausage patty, a Jimmy Dean sausage patty,
Sure.
and a nice La Croix. If you were sitting there with those things in your hand, I would relish it.
Yeah.
And
You don't yuck someone's yum.
never. I would never yuck a yum.
Yeah.
So I don't mind if people eat meat.
Well, I think you must be very in touch with your masculinity.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Because I think so much of meat eating is about, especially for men, it's like I am a meat eating man.
That's absolutely. So I agree with you. The vocality that you made, I agree with you 100%. I agree with all of that stuff. I know who I am inside, and I'm familiar with who I am outside. So the lack of meeting, but I will say this. I only eat vegetables that look like meat. Like broccoli that's shaped like a spiral cut ham. A
This
carrot.
limits your vegetable.
I haven't
eating.
eaten in 7 days.
Yeah, 'cause it's hard to find.
I cannot find any of those items.
Well, couldn't
in
you
my
say
local
any
groceries.
kind of zucchini? Hot dog,
I could.
right?
I could start.
Any kind of long cucumber.
Yeah.
Sausage.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
Yeah, I could
Sure.
start that.
I'm going to rewind. I'm going to do your job, and I'm going to rewind. I'm going to go
Great.
back into
I'm
that
trying not to get in trouble.
house with that. Well, then let me get in trouble.
ahead.
Because
That's like what Christ did. He died on the cross, right? So that everybody
right.
else could be in trouble.
That's right.
I don't believe it, but she's born again.
I'm born so many times.
Okay.
Oh,
Go on.
So you're in this house with so many brothers and
so
sisters.
many of them. And a mother and father. We were all there.
You were all there.
Huh?
And is everyone funny in your house?
Everybody, yeah. Some people were funny in like dry funny. Some people are loud funny. There was not a not funny person.
Who was
in
the
my
funniest?
house. Probably my brother Jeff.
Ooh.
Maybe my brother Jeff. But everybody's just funny in their own way. And it also taught me like, unless I was deeply in love with you, there's nothing you're ever going to say to me that's going to offend me or hurt me. Like you just can't, because you grew up in a house with people always picking on each other for the dumbest thing. Look how he hold his fault for the dumbest shit. So it taught me, like, I only think, I'm guessing you probably all grew up with funny people. I know you did, Paula.
Sure.
No, I still don't understand what is funny. I need to be usually told.
If we
something is
laugh,
funny.
she laughs, but she doesn't really know why she's laughing.
Now take me in a joke store with a mound of fake poop and silly glasses.
Oh, yeah. The
That's
good stuff.
funny.
Now, I am writing a new book called Knock Knock, This is Funny. And you've
Okay.
got to read it. It's a series of knock knock jokes.
Well, this is
Knock
exactly
Knock, This is
what
funny.
I need.
It's a series of knock knock jokes, and it will take you from, as we say, from comedy A all the way to comedy L, skip over M and N, and then straight to comedy Z.
Oh, that's just funny. Mixing up the alphabet like that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes real literal kind of comedy, for sure.
When
Yes.
did you know that this was something you were going to do professional, and what did that happen in any of the schooling that you had?
It was a mistake. It was like a literal mistake. I signed up for a class in high school, so I didn't have to do anything real, and the computer put me in an acting class. And then I got in there, and it
Wait,
was a.
what did you sign up for? You said you
I
don't
was.
even...
It was like I was trying to burn some credits,
Right.
so it was like
Sign up for something dumb.
backstage arts. I'll just do lighting or something,
Right.
Because it needed to be in the arts.
And can a side note?
Yeah.
Question. High school. Were the ladies flocking to you?
No.
Oh no.
No, the ladies were running away from me.
That
in
makes
high
for a good
school.
comic, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm shocked.
No, I was always the big, heavy kid. Always, the ladies were all my friends. But no, I only had a couple of girls, slightly around the edges, girlfriends.
So
in
you
high
were
school.
you were a big kid.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
were a
was
heavy
always
kid.
big until like 10 years ago.
Okay.
I was always around anywhere from 340 to 380 pounds. That was my fighting weight.
Holy moly! All right.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Wow.
And
Then I
that's-
stopped eating. I was already vegetarian, but then I stopped eating white stuff.
Right.
Bread and rice and pasta and everything delicious.
Yeah. Everything delicious. All right. So
I have a very boring inner mouth.
sure.
There's
But-
nothing exciting.
But the
happening in
comedy that comes out of it actually keeps it not boring.
there. Well,
That's right. You're producing a lot of
I
comedy
do
out of
thank
that
you.
mouth.
Yeah.
And if you give me your sizes, especially knee down, I'll get you something from the fashion queue.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Speaking of knee down, I have to take my right shoe off because my toe is something bad happened to it and it feels like it's dying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's
Oh,
anybody's
Lord.
looking at your feet.
This
now
toenail
am. What happened?
fell off.
Yeah.
And now look how it's growing back.
Okay. I've lost a toenail.
And it's going to take a year.
It takes a while, but when it comes back, oh my
Is it
gosh,
glorious?
it is glorious.
Okay.
Until that, for a while, it looks like you ever open up a bag of potato chips and there's just one wrinkly, kind of greeny
Yeah,
one
bad
in
chip.
there.
That's
Okay.
what this is.
But then it's going to turn.
Okay.
It's going to turn, and that's going to be a toenail that you can be proud of.
Fresh baby, fresh
hope
baby
so.
toenail.
Like a fresh baby.
Okay, so you're backstage. You think you're going to be backstage, but you're not. You end up in this theater class, and what do you learn?
There was this lady named Robin Bennett, and I get in the class on the first day, and she's like, "Okay, everybody, pretend you're a leaf in a windstorm." And I was like, "Oh, this is stupid." And then she was like, "Tomorrow, come back with a mime. I need you to make up a mime and come back with it." And I thought, I got to get out of this class. So I didn't think about it.
No.
I came back the next day, and I did this mime where I helped my wife give birth to this beautiful baby, and I'm rocking in my arms, and then I put it in an oven, and I take it out, and I slice it up, and I eat, I eat a very
Ate the
fancy
baby.
meal of this baby. And then Robin Bennett goes, "That was great. That's an A." And I was like, wait a minute. I can screw around and get an A for eating
I ate a
pretend
baby.
babies. And she was like, yeah, that's great. That was an A.
Yeah, shout out to Robin.
And that was it. Shout out to Robin Bennett.
Wow. You know the musical chorus line?
Of course, who doesn't?
The Be That Windstorm reminded me, every day for a week we were trying to feel the whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel the...
Be a table. Be a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminded me of that.
I had never seen that, but yes, it was exactly that stupidity.
Yeah.
And then I started riding the stupid wave, and then
Wow.
here I am now, an international mogul.
You are in so many things. I don't have enough fingers or toes to say them.
No, your IMDb is insane, and I tell you what, we're supposed to do research for this, for these shows. I took one look and I said, I can't.
It's
And
overwhelming.
And also, I do know this because you have what I have, which is lazy eye. You start reading, you start falling asleep.
Yeah, your eyes
So,
start going all over the place.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They make you tired. They're everywhere. Right now, I have one in Encino. I understand.
And the reason you know that about me is because that's how we met.
Yeah, we met at the what is that guy?
The Lazy Eye Institute?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the doctor though. Doctor.
That's your brain working.
Hawaiian 5-0. I remember he was Hawaiian. I remember that. What'd you say? What
Yeah,
now?
he was from the islands.
I want to say like a Ferdinand or Ferdy or something. Yeah.
Ferdinand.
Dr. Ferdy?
Ferdy.
Something like that. Anyways, yeah, he's studying lazy eyes.
So we both were in there, dead asleep. Because on the way there, this is why I got the Tesla. I was reading a traffic sign and made me sleepy. Next thing I know, pile up. And the lady next to me
Yeah.
was this one over here,
Hi.
Paula.
I never heard her referred to as a lady.
Me neither.
Oh my God! If you saw what
like
she was
it.
wearing that day, was
Oh.
unbelievable. She had a fascinator on. I think that's
Oh.
what they call it.
Yeah.
In England.
Fancy hat.
She had a tiny, way too small for her head, and still it brought out your eyes. I remember that, especially the sleepy, lazy one. So, anyways, we're in there. We're in Dr. Ferdy's office after because that's where they
I
took
pulled
us.
him out. I pulled him out of the
She
car.
pulled me out of the car.
Yeah. Brought him in there.
And they were like, this guy should be at an ER, and she was like, I don't know.
I said,
Let's just
listen.
go to the eye doctor.
Yeah,
Let's see what's up.
Yeah, we got to go over here. You know.
And were you diagnosed at the same time with the lazy eye, or you already knew?
I already knew I had. I mean, you're not confused about whether or not you have a lazy eye.
No.
You know that.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, let me give a word to people with lazy eye. Hi, everybody. Gary Anthony Williams here. You know me from several things, none of which we will probably mention today.
Yeah,
but let me
please.
just say this. If you're like me and Paula, you have a lazy eye. Some symptoms include falling asleep while reading, falling asleep while being asleep, trying to nap but falling asleep before you can take a nap, and then generally falling asleep. Just don't.
Oh.
That's great.
That's helpful.
That's so helpful. Wow. Okay. Here's what I want to know, and I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I got to do it. So you're doing this in high school.
Yeah.
Do you go to college, or do you go? I don't need it because I know what I'm doing.
I was super poor, so I'm super poor. I finally go to this little junior college.
Yeah.
And a guy comes down from Atlanta named John Forrest Ferguson, and he teaches a one-day improv class at this little junior college I'm at. And at the end of the class, he comes over to me and he goes, "You shouldn't do that. That's not for you." What? And I said, "Okay."
What? Whoa.
Yeah, listen,
And you
I
said,
don't.
but Robin Bennett said.
But don't forget, I grew up in a family where nobody's gonna. Oh, whatever.
Right,
But
they're making
knowing
fun of your
you
fork.
as an improviser today, you're the last person. I mean,
I think that man was jealous.
Not
I
according
think
to- yeah,
jealous.
well,
I think jealous.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
So free. He's so free, and he was jealous
it
of it.
wasn't
And
for me.
smart.
It wasn't for me.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. So then the next year, I moved to Atlanta, and I was on stage with him. We were in a play together. I was like, "Hey, you're the guy who came to my college and told me not to do stuff." And then I started doing Shakespeare.
oh, yes.
And then a few years after that, I moved out here.
So,
Wow.
so if I can
Wow.
pause for a second. So someone that you want to respect just really for lack of a better word, takes a shit on you like this. How do you come around from that? Do you say, I'll show you, John Ferguson? Or do you say, oh, I need to take a year off because I'm destroyed?
I live a very whatever life. So it wasn't an I'll show you or I'm destroyed. It was like, whatever.
Oh, great.
See,
You
but
don't,
that
you know.
whatever life usually comes with age and wisdom. But you had it even as a kiddo.
I
even
forgot to
as-
tell you this. I told you I was like the next to the youngest of all my, but I was born old. I was born in old.
Yeah.
No,
You're an old soul.
I honestly think it was just growing up in that atmosphere. It's like, come on.
What? None of this matters.
You ain't know me. So I refused to learn grammar. But he didn't know me, so I couldn't even be mad at him or think anything different. And in general, I will give myself about any situation, unless it's horrible. I'll give myself about an hour to be upset about something. Then I'm done. Okay, give me an hour to be pissed. I'll see you at 2:00, and then I'm good.
Words for life.
Words for life. Give yourself an hour. Get over it. I think
But in
that's
that
great.
hour, do as much damage as you can.
Yeah, send
I've
some
been-
emails.
Send some emails.
texts.
Yes.
Purposefully fall asleep while you're driving next to a lady in the fascinator.
Oh.
Do some shit.
You were in a
Right?
you were in the post
You were in
hour
the
or
window.
something.
Do some shit that's going to rock the boat, you know?
I got it.
You're probably the best improviser in the world.
No.
Anyone
Yeah.
I've
Let's
met,
Let's not do that, guys.
which is only a few people,
Yeah.
they have
Oh.
always, who work in this industry, say Gary Anthony Williams is the
No, I'm
top.
not. I will say that I have an inner beauty that shines through.
Oh boy.
Well, you have an inner mouth.
Oh, boy, LaCroix. Hold on.
You say, "Oh boy, Lacroix" before each sip.
Oh,
Sure.
by the way, recently I had a nasal infection, and I went to the doctor. Like, what do you suggest? LaCroix.
Bubbly water.
Really?
Well, no, specifically LaCroix.
A cure-all.
It's a cure-all, and this is not one of those things I'm doing to try to get a LaCroix commercial or sponsorship. It's just the finest can of water that bubbles that any man and or woman can put in their mouth.
I just thought of a commercial for them.
Let me hear.
There's a bunch of pirates on
Yeah.
a boat, and they're going, and they see an island, and there's a treasure chest, and it's brimming with LaCroix, and they say, "Ahoy, LaCroix!"
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the treasure.
No, that really is, because
concise.
LaCroix is like a treasure
Yeah.
to your face.
We got to copyright and trademark that. 'Cause someone's
Yeah.
going to grab it.
Ahoy, LaCroix.
Can I admit something? I've
yeah.
seen you perform, and I have.
That's surprising.
I
You
know
don't- you
because
don't get
I
out
don't. I
much.
don't because I don't because I'm worried. I'm so self-conscious that I can't stop thinking about myself. Everyone's laughing, and will I get it? You know, will I understand what is funny? And with you, I don't have to worry about that. And can I say, I also heard you sing, and you have the most incredible singing voice.
Don't do that. You're making a fool of yourself.
Wow, that's
Oh, boy.
baritone.
Oh.
Because you would go on and have a very successful singing career. How do you choose with all these talents?
Can I get real? I speak Spanish. Can I get real with you guys right now?
yeah.
Por la verdad.
Por la verdad.
Claro que sí.
Claro que sí.
I think that. ¿Tú hablas español también?
Un poquito.
Ok,
habla
yo creo
todos
que-
los languages in the world.
Sí, sí, claro. Yo creo que cuando yo canto
Sí.
no es confortable para mí.
Ah, sí.
It's not.
No.
You're not
it's not
comfortable
comfortable with
singing.
it.
Well, not if I'm singing somebody else's stuff.
Oh, but if he's improvising and
Like
making it up.
like in a cartoon.
Oh.
Then that makes me very uncomfortable. If I'm on stage, then I'm fine. I don't care. But if it's like, oh, I got to hit this note and that note, and then they go, oh, and you're also singing with these guys from Broadway. It's like, have I just been shat? Are you shat? Did you? Okay. Was I in your
SHAQ? Shack? That
No,
sh- or sh-
SHAT.
Shat.
Yes.
Got it.
Did you just shit me just then? I think I was just shat. That's what I think when they say, "Oh, you're singing with who's that Broadway guy from the show about the Hamilton?"
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
What's another one?
The guy,
Mandy
Goff.
Patinkin?
Goff.
Sure.
He's the white guy.
No, this was a black guy. Odom.
Odom.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Odom Jr.
Yeah, I'm singing with this guy.
What
and it's
show's
like
that
I
on?
don't. The Bob's Burgers
Oh, sure.
spin-offy one.
They do singy things.
Park, Central Park.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, like I do not. Hi, people in Central Park. I don't deserve to be singing with those people on there.
I disagree.
But then they'll go, yeah, you can do it, and then I go, oh,
See? You
I
can.
reckon I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't not like them. I don't fancy myself on stage. I'm fine. I don't fancy myself a great singer.
I mean, I think most people would think the opposite way, though. Like, give me a note, give me someone to follow, then I can do it. But put me on stage, give me, one word to make up a song. There's no possible way.
That's my comfort spot.
Right, it
Right,
is.
that's
Yeah.
the comfortable place. Yeah, give me nothing. Give me something stupid. But you give me somebody else's notes that they've carefully written and they need it to sound good. It makes me nervous. I'm walking around and my white girlfriend's like, oh, Gary, what are you nervous about? You're not nervous. I'm like, no. But now I got to sing somebody else's stuff.
Well, how do you feel about saying somebody else's words? Like when you get a script and many
Yeah,
I was just wondering the same thing. That's okay.
I can figure that out.
He finesses it as himself. If you had to make up a song for this podcast, Multiple Talking
Multiple
Women
talking women.
podcast,
Yeah.
and it could become our new song, maybe think about that for a moment.
First of all, I don't want to think about it
Oh.
Right.
because I already know what I want to say.
That's our song.
No, come on. You guys deserve way more than that. You deserve more than that. I mean, we could, you'd have to choose your style you wanted.
Sure.
And yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm on several cartoons and stuff. So,
I know.
And no one's asked me about my career or anything. And this is, I hate to be the only guy in the room except for the one who's crouching in the corner now for reasons nobody understands why he's over there crouching. I hate to be this guy, but like maybe somebody should have asked me about my career.
That's what I mean. Toot your horn. I want to hear
opened
a
with tooting.
list.
No, well, I'm actually gonna say no, because here's what I want. Here's what I'm surprised about.
I am, yeah.
I can't believe you haven't commented on this skin.
I don't want to be predictable.
Well, because you have the most. Why is your skin so glowing? Why is it so? Why does it look like you've got?
Okay, I'm gonna make it.
LaCroix.
Oh yeah. Here's my guess. As a skin professional,
Yeah.
it's genetics.
It's genetics, 100%.
I
Does
feel
your whole
like
family have this glowing
do not,
skin?
Listen, friend, let me tell you something. As I said the other day when I was recording an episode of Second Best Hospital in the Galaxy on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Or maybe it was an episode of The New Good Times on Netflix coming out soon.
I'm actually really excited about that.
People are mad at that
Wait,
show.
is
They
it
are?
wait, is the Good Times? Is it live? Is it live action? Or is it a cartoon?
It's an
a
animated.
cartoon.
Wait, why are people mad about it?
Oh.
because it's a cartoon.
Yeah, like,
For racism reasons?
Oh yeah, you're setting us back 100 cartoon
What, does it
years.
take place in the 70s?
No, it takes place now. It's like generations past the TV show Good Time. It's fine.
That sounds
I
fun.
love when people are
Is
mad at
is
stuff.
Yeah, me
JJ's
too.
is JJ's
JJ's son.
son?
Is the family leader now.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And who do
Does
you
he-
play?
I'm just recurring on there. It's not. That's
Okay.
not my show.
Okay,
I have
wait,
other shows.
Back to
You're
your
also-
skin.
okay, he's got so many
Because I want him to
shows.
finish the skin thing.
Oh,
We were
yeah,
talking
So
about it.
so okay.
All my it's totally genetics because people go, hey, you must drink a lot of water. And every time I sit up in a makeup chair, oh, you must drink a lot of water. And I will tell you, I'm like my dad. My dad would be out in the garden, and he'd come and go, hey, Gary, I think I better drink some water. I don't think I had none since Wednesday. Like he's like that, and like I rarely drink water, and if I do, it's sparkling, and that is not a lie. A mouthful of regular water is horrible to me. Like why do I? If it's
Why would
not
you do
well
that?
water from when I was a kid that was sweet or sparkling water, then I don't want it in my mouth.
No.
Your
I don't
childhood
drink enough
sounds
water.
really good, though. Idealist.
Sweet
yeah.
well water.
Sweet well
Sweet
water,
well
chickens
water.
and pigs.
Oh, yeah. You can't have better than sweet well water and chickens and pigs. I got them sweet well
Well
water
water.
and them chickens and pigs. I went to the fashion queue and I tried to buy a wig, but I couldn't do it. I'm a country guy. I fell asleep. I got a lazy eye.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a childhood.
Now, I feel like if I took
Yeah.
like a gentle scraping tool
Yeah.
and ran it across your face,
You're welcome to do so at any time.
emollients would come. I'd put it in a bottle, and it would be better than all the best creams.
You are welcome, whether I'm asleep. And let me tell you this. I sleep lightly, but I nap heavily.
Oh.
At any time you want to come and scrape my skin while I'm napping, you go right ahead.
That's great.
And I encourage anyone, too, if you want to do a DNA test on me, to swab my mouth while I'm napping,
Now,
you go
that's
right
the
ahead.
If
time
we
to
did
do
do a
it.
DNA test, what would it show?
28, I think it's 28% Siberian Husky.
Uh-huh.
I know that there's definitely Black Lab. That's a given. That's stupid to
Yeah,
even
for sure.
bring that up.
For sure.
And the other is like a Cherokee Indian.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm from the Southeast. Most black people have Cherokee in them.
Is
For
that
real?
true? I didn't know that.
Oh, yes. Oh,
All right.
a lot of those blacks and Indians down there. They
Yeah.
were
Mixed
going
it
at
up.
it. They were going at it.
All right.
And there's also something called the Black Seminoles, by the way. And those Seminole Indians, they took in the runaway slaves and made them actually part of the Seminole tribe. And no one's talking about it.
Well,
Well,
it's
we
time
gotta
to
make a
talk
movie
about it.
about
Yeah,
it.
you got to
Yeah.
produce a movie. I
Make a
could be
movie,
in
make
it.
a TV show.
You should be in
I'm
it.
multiracial, so I could play anything.
What are you? Because when I look at you, I just see white. What do you?
What? That's such a horrible insult.
No, I was saying
Why?
that. No, when I say white, I'm sorry. Let me just say this. I mean, I see brightness, like white, like a white light. Go towards the white light.
But my
that kind of
skin's
thing.
not
like
as
you're
white
dead.
as either of these two.
No, but so what are you, these twos?
I've lived everywhere.
But I know where you can. I understand you've lived everywheres, but where are you from? It's not where you. It's not
Well,
where you live that
I've
makes
done
you.
23andMe also.
Okay.
There's part of me on every single continent from the.
So you really are like the LaCroix of
Yes. Yes.
humans.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some of you all over the place.
Some of me everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
And you really mean everywhere because you put an S at the end of everywhere. So that's literally
it's multiple
as far as
places.
you can go. Right.
An S goes on the end of any word that's multiple.
Why are you mad?
Because
mad
this
at
is
me,
something
though?
I get annoyed about quite a lot, and so she's defensive.
No, but I
because-
want to. I want to
I'm
thank you
defensive.
for taking a deep dive here.
I'm just
because-
saying, as a man who's part Siberian Husky,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're as
In what ways does your husky come out?
I get. How do I say this? Let's just pretend that you guys needed to be pulled out of something right now.
Oh.
If you hooked a harness to me, I can pull you out of anything.
I believe it.
I can
Well, let's
you
pull
out of-
ourselves out of an interview where we ask our guest not about what he's working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
and pull
get
ourselves into an
it.
interview where we do
Where
ask
we do
that.
ask.
Okay.
I would like that. Let's do that.
just change gears.
Because it's perfect. Because
Let's do what the Tesla doesn't do and change gears.
I think it's perfect timing because we've got about 5 minutes left.
Oh,
so
great.
it seems
Oh,
like
good.
the right time to
No, this
say.
is good.
I do want to hear.
But here's also what I want to know because you know I like it in order.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What was the first job where you went, oh crap, I might make a living at this? Like I'm getting paid a decent amount to be on the television or in a movie or something that made you go, I think this is going to work out.
I've never thought that way in my life, even till this day.
So you're always
I
like,
go, hey, this is fun. That's what I do every single
I see,
time.
I see.
Yeah.
but
Did
the
you
checks are coming in.
The checks are coming in. The residuals are piling up, and I don't know what to do with all this money.
Let's
To be
listen.
rich and black.
Are you okay? So
I will say that the first job I did when I moved to Los Angeles was the Amanda Show.
oh yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is fun and stupid. And
Yeah.
then immediately after that, I started doing Malcolm in the Middle while I was doing the Amanda Show, and I had to leave the Amanda Show.
Did you ever have to have a side hustle? Were you ever waiting tables or doing
I
any weird job?
tried. When I tried to wait tables, it's when I was at like 380 pounds, and no one would hire me to be around their food. And I'm not even kidding.
Because
I-
they just thought
they
you'd
would
just
not.
eat it up.
I think they thought I would eat it, or I would knock stuff off the tables as I walked by. But I was always very light on my feet.
Yeah.
I've never been a slow-moving man. I've always been very stealthy on my feet. But I could not get a job as a waiter. I had a job one time as a telemarketer, but that's the only other
Only side
job other
hustle.
than
acting.
performing that I've ever had.
Can we do kind of a fast listing of some shows? Because to me, it's the breadth of the variety that
Okay.
I get.
I do remember Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay, let's hear it.
And
from
then lots of
Gary.
animated. Well, yeah,
like
you tell us.
Right now, I'm recurring on Night Court.
Yes.
They
Of
brought
course.
that television
I've
show
seen that.
back.
I've heard of it, and I've seen it.
I'm doing that right now. There's a movie that I did recently that's out called Outlaw Johnny Black with this guy named Michael Jai White.
Is that a Western?
It's a black comedy western.
I'm writing it down.
That I'm in a lot of new cartoons.
like,
Haley's on it.
yes,
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
that's a big
Wow.
one.
Second best hospital in the galaxy.
Yes.
I'm do a bunch of little parts in that new Good Times, and then one of those Hollywood things. There's like 4 of them that I can't
Say.
say right now.
they-
Because here's what we've been
They're
told.
killing it.
Because we know some PR people,
Mm-hmm.
and they said if you can get an exclusive,
Oh.
then you're going straight to People Magazine. So if you could give us an exclusive, maybe we could get a
No
Because you could get to People Magazine
maybe
if I do it.
if you give us an exclusive.
They might
that no
promise
one's
that
heard.
we're doing
Okay,
it, and then
here
we might
is
wait.
here's an exclusive that I don't mind letting out of the bag that may not happen. This I did an old cartoon years ago called the Boondocks.
The Boondocks.
Yes.
And by the way, if you ever get a good cartoon character, Phil Lamar, I don't know if you know him. He's an African American.
Heard of him.
Very funny.
He used to try to get me to go to these conventions and do signings, and I had a kid at home. I was like, I'm not losing my weekends doing that crap. But now I have this one cartoon character from long ago, Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks. And so I do a lot of signings at conventions. Like literally, I'll go there to do everything, and 98% is that character. There is something. This is an exclusive.
All right, listen up, everybody.
This is an
Alert.
Hey, everybody, this here's Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. Lord, I'm sitting here with these 2 beautiful white women and this one woman who is of every nation. Let me just say this right here. I'm going to have something special coming out for all y'all. This is not for the colored folks. This is only for the good Caucasians and that one woman from multiple nations. This is Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. No relation with these multiple women.
Wow.
So there is
Something's brewing.
Something is a brewing with that character, and that is a People Magazine maker.
How you like that,
We
people?
did it.
Thank you.
We did it.
Oh.
If you can believe it, we've been talking for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
It goes by fast.
It went by fast, and
does.
I talked to Kristen Wiig on the way over here to her answering machine. I had like a 45-minute conversation with her.
Oh.
And like the ins and outs and the outs and ins, and at the end of it, it beeped, and I fell asleep.
Because your eye got lazy.
Maybe
Yeah.
because she has one of those answer machines. Like I don't know if you've seen Shogun. You have to read the movie while you're watching the
I'm
movie.
so into it right now.
No. Lord.
Aren't you?
Oh yes, I'm
it's
shaving
tough with
my
a
head.
lazy eye, though.
Yeah,
it's tough with
but
a
you got to
lazy
grow
eye.
a little around here.
I'm going to grow it on the side. I did shave my head to come here today, by the way. I had started growing hair again. I was like, I don't need this on my head.
No.
Well,
And
thank
I
you.
just shaved the hell out of it.
Thank you.
Shogun's
great.
good though, right?
Shogun's great.
Yeah.
It's a really great show.
I'm so into it.
I do hate that it's about the name of the show is Sure Gun, which sucks, but they made it's a black show. So they made it Shogun, which is bullshit that they shouldn't have done that. But I do encourage everyone to watch Sure Gun. Sure Gun's a good show.
Okay,
I
great.
get it.
And also to go to Fashion Q.
Go to
Yeah.
Fashion
Right.
Q.
Yeah.
We always ask one thing before
Yeah.
we wrap up, and that is if you are to give advice to someone maybe either starting out in this biz or just trying to live their dream, kind of do their dream, what advice do you give them if they're feeling frustrated or if they're feeling like, I don't know if I'm going to make it or what?
I seriously do. You know I'm wearing Hoka's, guys. I've only worn Hoka's for the last 7 years. Hoka's and LaCroix. If you're looking for me, I'm the guy walking around drinking a LaCroix and it's Hoka's. And it's not because they make me taller.
These ones are special because they're striped.
Yeah. No one has striped Hoka's.
No, I've never seen
one.
them.
No, there's something else.
And I wish the camera could see down there. My God, they'd be amazed. I do think that Nike made the best ad, which is just do it. Like I will never be discouraged by somebody telling me that I can't do something because I don't care what they have to say. I love doing things and I love finding out what I can do, and I seek joy in life. So I say just do it. Find out whatever your joy is and go for your joy.
Oof,
I will say this.
joy.
Last thing, once when my son was little, and he's a computer guy, and he was young, and I said, son, you have to seek joy in life. And he goes, Dad, that's not what I'm looking for. And I was like, what are you looking for? He goes, look for the truth. Wow. He's maybe 8 years old.
Whoa.
And I go, well, then finding the truth is your joy. He goes, no, you want it to be. I'm just looking for the truth.
He's
Well,
gonna hunt the
it sounds
truth
like
down.
you also
So-
gave birth to an old man.
I did. I literally did.
Yeah.
So seek joy unless
cool
you're seeking
kid.
the truth, and then go after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
I wish I could get your brain one day and put it in the Smithsonian because
Here's what
it's magic brain.
Here's what I offer you.
Oh.
Any scrapings of my skin that you
Okay.
want,
Okay.
fine with it.
Okay.
And again, as long as I'm sleeping or napping,
Yeah.
you know
won't
how
even know
people
what's
have on their
happening.
donor cards,
Yes.
they can take my eyes when I die.
Yeah.
Don't wait till I die. If I'm in a deep sleep, get what you need.
Right.
I don't. What am I gonna use it for?
Right.
I'm 58. What do I need this stuff for? Get whatever you need.
God, he looks like he's 35, doesn't he?
Oh
He
my
really-
God.
Not a
really
day
does.
over 35.
The doctors, they cannot figure out my regular age. They can't figure it out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Now,
scrapings.
a lot of
Yeah, they do
scrapings.
lots of scrapings.
They will.
It feels insane to end this without a quick bit of
Improv
improv because he's
game.
the best
He's the-
I had
improviser
the
in the
same
world.
thought.
Oh.
Master.
So, I mean, we often play.
Yeah.
We often play Zip Zap Zop, but I don't know if
I
it's-
grew up in Georgia with Laughing Matters comedy group. We did not play Zip Zap Zop. We played Zip Zam Zowie.
Ooh.
So
Could we try that?
Give it a
I
try.
mean,
That's advanced.
I don't mind learning your way, but this is.
No,
is.
I like
You're
Zip
our
Zam
guest.
This is the
Zowie.
most difficult improv game.
Yes.
Zip Zap Zop and Zip Zam Zowie.
Zip Zam Zowie.
Let's
Yeah.
do Zip Zam Zowie
Let's
because you're
do
the
Zip
guest.
How
Zam
about we do
Zowie.
Zip Zap
Zowie?
Zowie?
Zip Zap
Zip
And
Zowie.
Zap
just
Zowie.
bring the coasts
Bring 'em
together.
together.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that
Zip, zap,
for
zowie.
us.
Ready?
Oh my gosh!
I'll start. Zip.
Zap,
Zowie.
Zip.
Zap.
zowie.
Zip.
Zap.
Zowie.
Zowie.
Oh! And then in Atlanta, if you did that, you would have to force feed yourself a bowl of pudding. And while you're, what was that song you used to sing? I'm proud to be an American. You have a bowl of.
Again, because
Sure.
at least I know
And
I'm
I'm
then
free.
wash it down with a tall glass of sweet well water.
That's right. Great callback. And I can't think of a better way to end. Gary Anthony Williams, everyone. Multiple Talking Women is hosted by Lauren Burns, Ariane Price, and Lisa Shurga, and produced by Cara Fano and Amelia Misko at Stampede Ventures for the Stampede Podcast Network. Okay, I'm done now.